Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Chris. This is Football Manager 24. Swansea breaking the game one last time. Um, yeah. Second leg of the Champions League quarterfinal against Liverpool is going to be a live com that's coming up. I want to start with the Next Gen Award because we've been seeing one or two players kind of like getting in and amongst it. So I kind of wanted to look and figure out. So the best 19 and under in the world, 19-year-old and under. Ramsey scouted. To be fair, I almost put a bid in. I really thought, to be honest, more as a midfielder than as a striker. I figured he could be a solid player, but he's gone to Southampton. He's doing okay. You can't fault him for that. He's in the list. You might recognize Prussia as well, the Czech left back that we heavily scouted, and he went to Spurs in the end. They paid 4.3 for him. He'll come good. It's just not happened yet. And we found out a Portuguese guy who was better anyway. So I'm pretty happy with that. And Rodriguez is someone that's been kind of pushed my way a lot. Just he doesn't have the potential. I love the fact that there's no cons. He just looks very well rounded, a very solid, good midfielder. I just don't think he's a game changer, so he's not going to be in it for us. Pinheiro is someone I have scouted previously, I have seen previously, but we don't play with wingers. It'd be tough to really to retrain him, so we're not going to do that. And then in the 40s, again, a couple other people. Freya, we almost went into. Tarada, a couple of good Japanese players coming through. He's definitely one of those. And I was, again, really tempted here. He's got some solid potential. He looks okay. We've just got a lot at centre-back right now, and I don't really think I need to add there. He is wanted by Liverpool. Just thinking, actually, he could actually be a decent little wing-back on support. I think we... Didn't we go watch him again? That could be an interesting one. That could be a right-back. More than a left-back for us. More than a centre-back, which we don't need. That could be interesting. The price could be right. Struker, a Feyenoord, another left-back we did look at, but again, we've got good people in that position. And then we come to 32, so Philip Murphy, who's doing really well in the Championship. He's working his way through. He's coming into, the point where we need to start making a play to put him in the first team, and we have done little by little. As he's come back off loan, he's been very good. Calvy's featured a ton, and I'm delighted for that. He had a good season in the Championship at Reading, where we loaned him back to the club he came from. And he's really been enjoying that, to be honest with you. So, yeah. Definitely one of my two favourite centre mid prospects for like right now, along with Palfrey, who I trust to go into the first team. And then we got a defensive midfielder who would be in the future probably pretty good. And then we got a bunch of people here. No one I think's amazing or that I'm super interested in. And then 20 to 11, we got Kennedy, the left winger, coming back again. Armbach, the striker, we almost went and got. Horvat is someone, again, I thought about. It's come through United. They don't want him. He looks solid. But Unsporting is not great. And again, it just feels like where exactly would I play him? He's not an amazing striker. He wouldn't be an amazing midfielder, but he would have great finishing. So Misala, sure, could like take advantage of his best technicals. Already 18, probably worth too much money. Not really something I could do. Torres is solid. He's on loan from Liverpool. Potentially a very good striker as well. And then in the top 10, we got young Callum King, who's also out on loan. Also at Reading, as we're trying to bankroll them to safety. And it's not really going well. You know, we sent them a couple of really good people. And they got a solid squad. But it looks like it's not going to be enough for them. It just sadly isn't. But he's been ever present. He's been doing okay. He hasn't played especially well. But again, he's kind of my third centre-back, and he's possibly too good for that. So there's going to be some heavy rotation or some conversion to right-back defensive midfield, which probably doesn't suit in either case for him. And then Emran Selu. He's having a great time over in Turkey. Like, since he's come to us, his form has... He hasn't played as much, but he's definitely come through and done well. And that 6 million already looks like a bargain. And I'm kind of excited now because my future strike partnership right now looks like Emran and Coxell. And Coxell comes at number 3. Now, Yusufian I've looked at. Again, another centre-back, left-back. Don't really like. We also scouted Ivan Hernandez. Again, could possibly convert to right back, but I don't think so. Durwood, we saw him come through Man City's academy. Bunch of potential. 6'11", 20 jumping reach is just dumb. So we're in that. And then we got, you know, Ursa Squeezer, Ngamoa, and Atherton as the real players in here. And then Luke Coxell, who hasn't scored enough, hasn't really impressed me too much after his 29 million move, but he's very young. He's very good, and he will be exceptional one day. And we haven't needed him to be especially good when Ferguson and or Yamal have been fit. So, yeah, kind of interesting. We got 3 in the top 10. And the 4th player, all the way out of 32, is Philip Murphy, who's on the edge of our first team squad. I would include 1 or 2 other people like Di Baptista in the watch list for sure. Don't know why he doesn't quite make it and King does. Probably game time, maybe. You know, Carl Smith, I think he could be in that conversation. And then Palfrey, who's actually in our first team squad as well, should probably get some recognition. Again, not a ton of game time, not a ton of stats, not a ton of assists or goals or anything eye-catching, which may be why not. And Kenley as well is also 19. He could fit into that. Furtado could fit into that. So I'm very happy with where we're at. I do think there could be even more. The reason this team is picked, which is, as you can see, some pretty heavy rotation along the way, is because everybody was dog-tired for Chelsea. So that's that. Man City didn't do us a favour. Man United didn't do us a favour. Haaland got sent off, but had already given him a 2-goal lead, and United just not good. Was kind of hoping for something there. Not gonna lie, was really hoping for something there. And then we just do a little quick roundup of the last couple of games. So yeah, Yeah, the loss to West Ham, that's fine. Bounce back with a big win and a bunch of like unusual goal scorers, right? Makoko scores, Humphrey scores, that's fine. They don't play a ton if everybody's fit, but they are chipping in here and there. An own goal from Van Heck, so Bosley's penalty, Coxall first goal from him for a little while as well, and Nico Gonzalez, who coincidentally has now won a cap for Spain, so that was a fantastic time as well. Leicester, João Regal, Cam Humphreys double up and get the job done there, as we're again kind of resting players up front and we're trying to move things about. First leg against Liverpool, Mamadas really didn't really play well. He's at fault for Wirtz's goal, but that's fine because Javi Elliott came to play, Frimpong came to play, so Bosley came to watch. It was all fine. Ferguson at the end. We are going to take a 3-1 lead to Anfield for this second leg. We are fully fit, which is mind-boggling at this point in the season. We are fully fit as of now, the day before the game. We will go to Anfield. And to make sure that we did that, like I said, Canelli at right back, Furtado left back, Raigo and Palfrey in midfield, Makoko and Coxall up front. And then limited minutes for Szoboszlai, Yamal and Ferguson, which we really needed because Regal scored the early goal. Szoboszlai came off the bench to give us a 2-0 lead, which Enzo then reduced right away, and Ferguson fed Yamal for the winner. So the subs actually came in clutch. Our big players were super important. We do keep the title alive, which is big. After that loss to West Ham, we do keep the title push alive. We are 6 points behind Man City, and that is rough. They got a better goal difference. We need someone to do us a favour, and then we beat them, and then that makes it really interesting. So if they can lose a game and draw a game between now and the end of the season, we actually have that last game of the season to play for the title. But yeah, Liverpool did draw. That gives us a 6-point advantage over them, which is really nice. And we're guaranteed to be at least top 3 because Chelsea just haven't been good lately. We picked up 9 points. They've picked up 2. And that kind of puts them 16 points behind with 15 to play. We're secure. We got Champions League football. We're really good. We can fight for the title. We should get more than our title-winning 80 last season, which was won on the last day of the season. We had 77 going into that final day. I hope we have more going into the final day this year. But yeah, it's coming together. It's looking okay. And see who are really tired now the day before and are going to get the day off. Well, Regal's on the bench, Palfrey's on the bench. It's Gonzalez, Gahey, Diamonde, Canelli's on the bench. So yeah, it's okay. Could rotate out Gonzalez if we need to, or sub him off at some point. Centre backs are more of an issue, but we did have to play them. We didn't really have fit centre backs either with Esteve or Di Baptista, who are now fit. We could play them in this game. I don't think that's an amazing thing to do. And yeah, Regal got his new contract. So he's back up to regular starter. We're carrying 1 extra until I can lie to him. Or maybe we get a big bid for us a Bosley or Harvey Elliott that we can't turn down. That's kind of my thinking there. But he's on 100 grand a week, and if we win the Champions League, he gets like 180 something. 185. I was so close. Yeah. So he's got his new deal. He's very good. He's not going to be great. He's never going to be great. But he's always just chipped in for us. And I think that's okay. You know? Not exactly where you want to be, but it's okay. And you have 5 left to play then. It's really tight at the bottom. 22 for Wolves, 23 for Palace and Leicester, 24 for Ipswich. And Everton are happy. They are 12 points clear of the drop zone right now. 1 win would keep them safe with that massive goal difference advantage. And it does just look like we're going to be 4 teams for 3 spots. Ipswich, Palace, Leicester, Wolves, fighting in and amongst themselves for that. The final Champions League place might go down to the wire. Chelsea have got it, but Villa are right there. United slightly behind. Leeds with an outside shot, maybe even a Newcastle or Forest. Arsenal, doubt it goes down that far. The top 3 are going to be the top 3 in what order? Who knows? That's still to be decided, but Liverpool are almost ruled out of the title race. What I really need is for them to be ruled out of Europe. That's what I need to see. So trip to Anfield, and Harvey is fully fit. PSG up 2-0 from the first leg. I don't love it. Don't love it. Oh no, Carboni's wanted by Al Nassr. Yeah, Miles wanted by Liverpool. I might be able to fend that one off. And Esteve is still there. Cool. But yeah, everyone's now kind of fit. This trio is working hard, and it's got to work hard. And I'm sorry about that, but boys, you just got to play. You just got to play for me, and do the best you can. That's it. Ultimately, left back, centre back, right back, defensive midfield, centre midfield, couple of attacking midfields, strikers on the bench. So yeah, I think an actual left back, if not, then a centre back would be what I want to see. And yeah, you're both, of course, you're both, and Philip Murphy. Like, we just keep selecting the same people and calling them up into service, to be fair, because they're kind of good enough. And they're in the positions we need them to be in. So that's a bench, that's a fit team. Morale is pretty high. Match sharpness is pretty good on everyone, including Harvey, who's just been, like, he's taken a pretty bad knock recently and come back from it again. Average rating's pretty good. And we do have a 3-1 lead. I'm not confident. Atmosphere is a little low right now. People like me. Social group. Potato and Trafford are kind of loners. The rest are all in together. And nobody wants a contract. Okay, this could be good. This could be good. Save for any crashes. This could be good. And we're going to head into Anfield then for a UEFA Champions League quarterfinals. I almost said semi-finals. Quarterfinal, second leg. Great work done at home. Let's hope it all works out. They also rotated heavily for their last game, so we're both fit. We do take Georgie, Jeremy, Harvey, and Dom back to Anfield. 4 former Liverpool players all in our starting lineup. Oh boy, oh boy. They've gone from a 4-3-3 DM to a 4-2-4 DM wide. Yeah. Yeah, I'm guessing you got Salah, you got Rodrigo, you got Wirtz, and you got Ekitike up front. So those should be the 4 that we're going to need to worry about. I don't know why I was trying to think about it. To list it right here. Oh, that wasn't great. I didn't think that would be something there. Our captain isn't great, and Frimpong's only composed. Dom's only composed. I don't love it. Anfield then. Ekitike inverts with Salah, Rodriguez, McAllister, Gravenberch, Robertson, Leone, Kanate, and Gomez with Keller in goals. It's not the best team they could put out. It is almost the best team we could put out. I trust my assistant to throw Cam Humphreys, and we've all seen what that left peg can do. We do take, as I say, that 2-goal advantage. We've got a good, solid bench. We've got some young players to blood if we can afford to. We've got some game changers off the bench. We've got fit players. We've got defensive players. We've got attacking players. I don't mind it. Encourage the team. Well, that went down like a lead balloon. That normally actually improves their morale. So that opening team talk and that, not exactly good. Cautious. I mean, we're getting some shots away and stuff. We're not really getting highlights. Up to balance and see what we do then. Carbone. Throw in on the left-hand side. Lamine Yamal. Mark Gahey. Yamal! Oh, Lamine Yamal. Oh, I felt like maybe we might have needed that. But Evan Ferguson. Good work by Carbone. Gets that ball down, gets it across. Tries to go himself, but it's Cam Humphreys, and ladies and gentlemen, the assistant loves playing him, and every time I let him, he does something. And Champions League, quarterfinal second leg, you're at Anfield. It's a little lucky. Carbone goes to the goal. Calla pushes it out. Humphreys on his right-hand foot. It's off the back of the defender. And just it probably would have gone in anyway at the far post. But it goes in then down the middle. And it's just exactly what we needed to see. And if these fullbacks are staying back, it's going to help our midfielders get into position and isolate. Ekitike dropping deep is not. We should have people back. They're going to have to come back if they want a clear and easy way of doing it. Humphreys really good there. Does lose it. Szoboszlai. Oh, McAllister. The one person you probably don't want running with Ferguson there, because McAllister does want that ball. Salah at the far post. And just clips the bar. I think Mama Dashvili might have had it, but he doesn't. And that little goal, that little flurry of activity in and around the box on the half-hour mark gives Cam Humphreys a shot at goal. And he takes full advantage of it. And we have a 3-goal lead in half-time. Blown them away. I'm just going to leave it like that, because high morale works for this team sometimes as much as high motivation. I should have gone defensive to begin with, and Kanate will get the goal. I'm going to double down, and we're going to go encourage. We do sort of get that mentality mismatch at half-time sometimes. We give away an early goal, but yeah. I think we just got to sit on cautious, and maybe for the rest of the game we sit on cautious. Sadly, they might be likely to get themselves back into this game quite quickly now. Frimpong to Elliott. He takes on Robson, but he shows too much of the ball. Pretty bad. So Bosley, though. Nico. Ball over the top. Ferguson, he is onside. Can he put it across to Lamine Yamal? He can. That is a great goal. That's not offside. It's not offside by a mile. Yeah. I was going to say Yamal is at worst level. And Ferguson's a mile onside. Beautiful. Sit back on cautious. Wait for them to come with this. Sit back on cautious. Get the mentality balance right again. And yes, a Bosley has been good. Oh my god, that's unfortunate. That comes off Ferguson in the worst possible way. Wirtz just turns cam and runs. So Bosley again does fantastic. But it does still come to Alexis McAllister, and he almost just breaks my heart. Wirtz out to the left now as he swaps with Rodrigo. Salah up top. They're definitely trying to move things about and trying to make this work. Cam, you have done your job. I am very, very, very happy with you. You're coming off. Nico, thank you very much for holding that midfield together. I am very, very happy with you. Harvey, thank you very much. I am very happy with you. Yeah, Dom, I'm very happy with you. Thank you very much. Tired strikers, tired backline, but the midfield's going to do most of the work for us now, and they need to. And then whichever player is in most of need of rescuing towards the end of the game, sure, we can make our final substitution. But I feel just like that midfield needs more energy, needs to boss this game out. As they keep swapping around the front, I don't care. I need that midfield to have so many legs that it doesn't matter who's out wide. It doesn't matter who's doubling down the flanks. It doesn't matter in any way, shape, or form. Okay, Frimpong. They've made a couple of substitutions. Kosunu, someone we almost signed a couple of times. And Ekatike. Fantastic. Dumfries. Diamande. And Rodrigo will score. I was about to do a sub. I paused it to do a sub. And my sub probably Esteve. If I'm honest, this was probably kind of what I want to do. Yeah, you don't need to go wide. Does he need to go wide? No. No, I don't think so. I don't think he needs to go wide. Yeah, literally kind of go where you want. And when you get the ball, just go for them and just try and shoot, because you're gonna have no support. Boys are sitting back. Boys are trying to do what they can to see this one out away from home. And I think that's it at the end of the day. We had a couple of nibbles where we could have won the ball. We didn't. It's just a shame, but it is Gahey who kind of gets caught there. Switches off. Final 2 minutes, just sit back, so we're not going to concede twice in that time. I will take a 2-all at Anfield any day of the week. We outplayed them, we outfought them. Yamal and Ferguson combined again. Carboni was great, needed a rest, but Cam Humphreys, the man of the hour. And just like that. Just like that. Our dream is not dead. PSG knock out Fenerbahce, so we're gonna have to go through them. Semi-final will be Paris Saint-Germain versus Swansea in season 4. Whoa. And yeah, I don't love it. I really don't. I would have much rather so many easier teams to play. They're not the worst in the world, but a great goalie, a very good back four, a tough midfield, and a few good attacks. Not great attackers, but good attackers. Definitely people that can kind of change the game. One-on-one will be difficult. Dembele over Asensio is what I would expect. 100%. Ramos is good up front. Emery's out. That's why I didn't see him there. Okay, that makes things slightly interesting. If he's out for 2 weeks, that might be big for up, and Bissek for 5 weeks. Okay. So that maybe is why Marquinhos isn't playing right back and why Lucas Hernandez is slid out there, because they need to, but Saliba's great in there. Tchouaméni in there. Like, does it really matter if you don't have Bissek and Zaire Emery if you have those? Tough team. Beatable? Sure. But a real tough team. Really tough. And I don't know. I don't know if we've got enough about us to take on this level of team. Hopefully, possibly. But we just don't play them often. We just don't play them often. Yeah, we're just going to double head this one. We're going to double head this one. The trip to Anfield. Double header. PSG at home. Second live comp of the video. We made a small profit. Look at that. That's nice. Our bank balance is down by like 100 million this season, but we've made a profit of 8 million somehow. Oh, City survive against Juventus, and Real Madrid go through on an own goal in the 92nd minute. I would have preferred both those to go the other way. I'm not going to lie. Although Bayern would be tough, and we know Man City. It's just Man City have been battering us a little bit here and there. So, yeah, title race heads to the wire. It sure does. It sure does. And we play on the final game. If I can win my next 3, if I win Palace, Brentford, and Spurs, I give myself every shot against Liverpool. We've proven we can beat them this year, even if it's going to be tough. It sets up for a final day where Chelsea might have done me a favour. Maybe. Goal difference is still on their side, but if we beat them by 3 or 4 and Chelsea beat them 1-0 and we kind of similar goal difference in the rest of the matches, we would take it on goal difference. So theoretically, it is all set up for that final game of the season. I want them to drop a point somewhere here. If they can get a draw against West Ham away, West Ham beat me, they can get a point off City. Chelsea can beat them, and then everything is fully to play for on the final day of the season. That would be nuts. Haaland, Salah, Szoboszlai, Ferguson, and Nkunku. kind of season you having? Goal every other game. Okay, well, you kind of took last year off. Had a couple of solid seasons. Took a year off. I know you're back at it. Interesting. I wonder what happened last year. That's interesting. That's interesting. Yeah, like I kind of like the title race to be over, so I could rotate and not feel bad about it, and really just put everything right now into beating PSG. And then once we're through that, I just put everything on that final against Man City or Real Madrid. But I can't because I'm fighting for a title. So until that's dead, I've got to rotate and get into a position to really fight for the title. So it's a bit both. Yeah, he's not at the level. Uh, and we knew that when we took him, but we don't care. We needed desperately left back cover. We didn't use him. We needed goalie cover. We needed striker cover. We needed left back cover. We got 2 loans. We got a freebie, and we got through a very tricky, really very tricky month and a half. That could have been a lot worse. Yes, everyone's fit. And we are recommended to rotate heavily, even dropping Captain Marquet out of the team. So I don't mind that. And I know I don't need to do that, but Trafford would probably get a game too. I mean, if I'm doing that, do I full send? I don't know if I full send, because that means Esteve at centre back. Don't know if I full send. But if I did, my problem is really we don't have Cam from deep. If we do that. And I'm not sure how much I like Bergvall as the DM. It may fit a little better. He's better in the air. He's a little taller. He's going to be playing in the middle of a back three at times. He's got the pace to get up and down quickly. And then Cam just got the attacking threat and all-round game for a box-to-box midfield performance as an attacking Mizala. Really, that might make the most sense for us. It might just make the most sense. Might just make the most sense. Colby over who? Harvey, maybe. So Liverpool, Nassar, Etihad, sorry, and Forest. No change there. Okay, well, I'm going to go into this one, and I guess the next 2 after as well. I think we got 3, and then let's say second leg of the PSG tie, the semi-final of the Champions League. We will go for, but like I say, when the league's there to be won, I've got to try and win the league too. So we'll see how it goes. Well, that one went exceptionally well. I mean, it's a very nervy first half. Makoko just might just have needed that penalty to settle his nerve. But yeah, just a nice goal, and then a nice kind of daisy cutter for his second on the hour. And at that point, I'm feeling a lot more comfortable with the game. And then right to the death, he gets the winner 9.7. I mean, it's just. I was going to say quite possibly, but no, it's undeniably the greatest game Mokoko's ever had in a Swansea shirt. Which is good, because elsewhere, not comfortable at all. Not comfortable at all. But a couple of 6-7, 6-8 off the bench, 6-9. Yeah. I wish that was a lot more comfortable and we didn't have to bring on Nico and Szoboszlai especially. If I'm honest. But it was good enough for Moukoko. Like I say, probably his best game for the club. And just like that, he's now back. Even after some sticky patches, he's pretty much a goal every other game. He's one behind that, over a 7 rating. And in a season where he's fallen to third striker, and both of the ones ahead of him have missed months. It's yeah, it's still been good enough for him. Yeah, City are left to play. I think they play tomorrow. Brighton at home. I don't have any real hope for that one. Liverpool beat West Ham. That's about the only result that does matter to us. Arsenal lose again, so they are staying in the bottom half of the table. Forest also have a game in hand. They're a point ahead. Bournemouth are a point ahead on the same points, and Newcastle 2 ahead on the same points. But yeah, this is a pretty bad season for North London. Arsenal in 11th. Tottenham now level on points in 12th. Dang. Dang. Okay, Brighton. Brighton. Give me my result. Give me my result. Not as good as it could have been, but damn it, they gave me my result. That's the draw we needed to make things interesting. Final day of the season. We could be on for some drama. Chelsea, it's over to you. You got them in the cup final. Mess them up. And then destroy them at home. If we win, if we win the title, Chelsea are going to play a large part. Krupi's struggling. Selena and Reece James have both just gone down with big injuries. Vega and Hato are already out, so they were suffering a little bit. They've just picked up more. Oh, but Brighton did what we needed Brighton to do. All there is to it. Now we've got to not mess this up against Brentford for start. Yeah, so Bellingham, Champions League Young Player of the Season was Zaire Emery, or Ferguson, Yamal, Moukoko. All 3 of them got up there. That's interesting. Terada, inconsistent. Yeah, man. Back up, right back. Do I care? A little too much. I probably shouldn't. A little too much. Um, okay. Couple of yellows, sure. No injuries. I don't know how tired they are. They're probably pretty tired. They have rotated a little bit. That's for sure. Okay. They do look fairly decent. Haaland, European Men's Player of the Year, Evan Ferguson, Mbappe, Musiala, and Bellingham. Ferguson's just in for everything. And Fabregas is at Brighton. Okay. Who got me that result? Shannon Ruth. Shannon Ruth got me that result against Man City. To be fair, he didn't lose to them. He got 2 wins and 3 draws. Which I'm guessing is probably that run. Man City away, Liverpool at home, Spurs away, and then a quarter-final of the Conference League against Fiorentina. I feel kind of bad now because I've just realised that that's the game they sacked their manager. That's why he was in charge, but I got their manager sacked, and then their caretaker does me a job, and I get their new manager in, Seth Fabregas. I mean, just sure. Wow, the storyline is real. Scripted, confirmed. I'm not talking about title chances. No, we don't do that. Oh, 3 weeks again, 3 weeks. 3 weeks, 3 weeks, 3 weeks, 3 weeks, 3 weeks. Every single injury seems to be 3 weeks or longer. Now what am I doing at the back? I'm playing Di Battista, right? I'm playing Di Battista and Diamante at the centre back. Oh, I hate it. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. We just got fully fit a couple of weeks back. Oh, ah, yeah, okay. 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 Well, Brentford, what have I got? Brentford, PSG away, Spurs away, and then back for the PSG game. Sure, I will see you then. Some things have gone our way. Some things have gone our way. Penultimate day of the season, we beat Liverpool. Chelsea beat Man City, sets up a great final day of the season in the Premier League. And like I say, the Champions League is interesting. We're going to face either Man City, so title possible, and Champions League possible contenders on the last 2 days of the season to decide which one of us gets the trophies. Or the new camp where Real Madrid are trying to three-peat and we can disrupt that in front of the Barcelona faithful. It's a hell of a story, too. I don't mind either one of them. It does mean we got to get through PSG. It really does. In fact, I'd probably prefer Man City because I think they're weaker all round than Real are. Both have got really scary players in some key positions. But I think Madrid are better at the back and in the engine room in midfield than City. But yeah, we'll see where we go. We got to get there first. I'm not sure if it matters, but Palace just put City out of the FA Cup. That's a semi. Pretty sure the final would have been after the season anyway, so not interfering with the Champions League final or the FA Cup final. They might have rested and rotated slightly, but I doubt it. I don't know. It did go to extra time. I'm just trying to find positives in this. The real positive would be Palace are into a final of an FA Cup. I don't know how long Middlesbrough, a pair of championship teams, Palace could be winning their FA Cup. They could. Yeah, they could indeed be winning that FA Cup. Again, what a story. Okay, City didn't play. Again, City play after us because they just played now. Oh no, City. Ha. Yes, that's both our last games. They play there, and we both play there. I didn't realise that West Ham game was in there. So instead of like an 8-day rest, they've got 4 on 4. We've got the 8. Other competitions interfering notwithstanding, this is our chance to, at least until that West Ham game, potentially just like get within and stay a point within a point of Man City. It's also Liverpool losing, which I skipped over, which means we are 6 points ahead, which means 3 points here would take it a goal difference. Let's take Liverpool out of the fight. Let's make sure that they're more worrying about holding on to third than looking up at us. And leave us a Man City to duke this one out. Okay, an absolute battle. I didn't expect Brentford to come at us like that. We were the better team, but just, God, they were relentless. Yeah, they score, we get one ruled out, then we score, then we get an own goal, and now we're kind of comfortable. Halftime, 2-1 up, feel in control. Nothing really happens. Then we score a couple. I think, oh, this is done. This is over. And then they score. And then Coxall's goal gets kind of looked at, but thankfully it counted. And thankfully he showed up. We rotated. I'm not sure if you can tell, but we played our second 11. And Trafford almost messed it up at the end. Pinnock scores. Got sent off, thankfully. But yeah, we kind of risked everything to be able to play a fully fit team against PSG. Home against Brentford, I thought, this is what we could do. This is the game to do it in. Boy, that almost went wrong. That almost went wrong. Coxall, Gonzalez off the bench. Like 5 goals in a 10-minute spell. Just 3 for us, 2 for them, end to end, and then drama at the end of the game 2. Oh, just stress is not the word. We haven't played the game more, and we will until Man City hit game 37. We will always be level or ahead of them in games until we go into that game where they level up finally, and then we hit game 38 on the same day. But we are within a point, and we have the same goal difference. That Chelsea game, if they can take a point or 3 from City, then that final game of the season we beat City, we will win the title. And it is coming down to the absolute limit. Oh my God, what am I doing? I'm misclicking everywhere. So the bench players. Oh, gonna get 2 days off. You boys are gonna get a day off, and Furtado, gotta remember to start Furtado, because he can't be registered for Europe. He might as well start the league games, because there ain't that much in it. And that will always give me Carboni at full strength for the Champions League. And I think that's literally what we got to do. Oh my God, semi-final of the Champions League. That's nuts. Absolutely nuts. But yeah, we're looking for somebody to take a point or two off of Man City for that final day showdown. And we have PSV, Newbie, Sanford, and Andre for the 20 World Cup. That's cool. Don't mind that. Do I like being away first leg or not? I kind of like setting the tone usually. But know what we need to do second leg and having it at home if we do need to do something, I don't think's bad. And it does mean that we get to see the result of City Real before we go in, which also is not bad. Town and Palace. Okay, so relegation battle then, both on 34 games. 27 versus 23 points. If Palace can win, then Wolves will be bottom on 25. Leicester and Palace would have 26, Ipswich 27. So the home side trying to pull themselves out of danger here. A win takes them 4 clear of the drop with 3 to play. And to be fair, puts them 5 ahead of Wolves. And 7 ahead of Palace. Oh, it's a big battle, you know. It's a big battle. Foden, Henrik's own goal. Oh, sorry, Naipan scores. Then Hendrick's own goal. Then Hendricks makes it right. They're actually 3-1 up on 40 minutes. They must be feeling really good at that point. For Fofana, the worst time to concede just for half-time. All the doubts creep in. Real Madrid go in 3-2. Mbappe, 75 minutes, ties them up. And then Vinicius, 94 minutes, breaks their hearts. I don't mind the second leg where Man City win by a goal and they've got to go to penalties and they're tired and they're injured and they pick bookings and everything. And Ipswich and Palace share the spoils. So 28 for Ipswich, 26 for Leicester, 25 for Wolves, 24 for Palace. Nobody's dead and buried, but nobody at all is clear. And why are West Ham falling? Wow, Everton jump up. West Ham are now kind of falling into that spot above the relegation candidates. They're more than clear of relegation danger at this stage, just due to the goal difference. But yeah, Brentford, Everton, West Ham can kind of just see out the season, though. They don't have to worry. Same with Brighton. They're probably not moving up into the top half or anything. Arsenal and Spurs could do that. Maybe something. And then the European spots are just about there. Forest, Bournemouth, Leeds, Newcastle, chasing down Man United. They're going to look to try and get up into 5th over Villa, who are trying to get into the Champions League over Chelsea. Chelsea are pretty much nailed on for 4th or 5th. Liverpool pretty much now nailed on for 3rd. And like I say, the title at the top, final day decider, will come. It will come. I gotta get through this one first. Yeah, I'm not going very attacking for this one. I probably was stupid to do it last time. See, I gotta go with Elliot. I gotta go with Elliot. I've gotta go with Elliot. I rested him for this game. I gotta go with Elliot. But yeah, we'll come back for the second leg. Oh boy, I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous. Wish me luck. I I just think we're gonna badly need it. Badly need it. Okay, well, first leg done again. Lucky to get out of it, but it could have been so much more. Yamal scored early on. It was nice. And then just, yeah, a weird 5 minutes again. Zabozlai, we're up 2-0. I think things are good. Before I can really change mentality or make any changes after that goal, it's a double from Kvaratskhelia, who just, I don't know. I honestly don't know. He kind of just went Super Saiyan and dribbled past everybody and through people and a couple of long shots which fizzed past in between the two goals, and yeah. And I don't know. He just he came alive. He came alive. I mean, to be fair, the two goals he didn't even do that much. He played the finishing touch and some good teamwork, but he was a nightmare the last 20 minutes, an absolute nightmare. And I fully expected to have a big deficit. And luckily we didn't. Dimonde gave up a goal. Di Battista didn't look good at all. And a season kind of defined by injuries could end up being defined by an injury to Marquez. I'm hoping not. I say Palace will play Hull in the FA Cup final. We need to beat Spurs. We need to beat Spurs too. I'm not talking about title chances. I'm so accustomed to clicking on most buttons, but I don't check what some of them are. Ashville's not playing amazing. He's not training well. Gay's out. When you really want someone there at the back to kind of secure you, we're starting to look like we're missing that. And yeah. It's not the best. It just isn't the best. I'm trying to wrap my head around what I'm gonna do next, because luckily things are going well. We put out Arsenal, we put out Liverpool, and we've given ourselves a real fighting chance against PSG now to even get to a final, which is, it's stupid. It's dumb. We shouldn't be there. We shouldn't be there, but we've actually got a shot at the title, and we've got a shot at getting to the Champions League final. And I'm not really sure how, but we're into May, and both those are true, and a half-decent home performance against PSG will see us through into a final. A good performance from Chelsea against Man City, as well as us continuing to win. Spurs away, Liverpool at home. That sets up Man City away on the final day to try and steal the title from them. It's why we play FM, right? These scenarios are why we play FM. Yes, it's accelerated, because why would Swansea be in this position? With a few games to go. Man City put 4 past Leicester. I was kind of hoping maybe Maybe Leicester get a draw, make it a little more interesting. But that's their game in hand, and we're about to go back ahead again. Chelsea beat Liverpool, though. That's a big one. That's massive. Absolutely massive. Because that means with 2 games left to go, and if we're going for the title, we've got to beat Liverpool. If we do that, and Chelsea do beat Man City for us, like, battle for 3rd and 4th probably goes down to the final game too, right? That is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Palace beating Brentford, that's huge for them. Means our bottom 4 now at 25, 26, 27, 28 points. Because Ipswich lost. Leicester, of course, lost. And Wolves lost as well. Yeah, so Palace being the only team to win kind of closes that gap on Ipswich. Kind of closes that gap quite nicely. Okay, let me go play this one. Try not to have a heart attack and try and figure out how the hell I'm going to set up to beat PSG in the second leg. Well, when you play the reserves and you decide to start calling up even more youngsters from that reserve side, putting them straight in the starting lineup and on the bench, yeah, they need to be lucky or good. And I'll 100% take lucky. A 50-50 game, Tottenham shaded it. They were at home. We did rest heavily. Yeah, both my strikers scored, but they weren't great. Midfielders. It was a bit of a mixy game. Humphreys looked good. That was it, really. Backline was worrying. We ended up having to change out 3 out of the 4 backline members. And, yeah, I feel pretty good about doing that in the end, because a couple of late chances Tottenham did pile the pressure on, but I mean, we're used to it over the years, seeing the goalie steal the games, and this kind of has a draw all over it. And Trafford said, no, not only is it not a draw, it's a win. It's a 2-0 win. I'm having my clean sheet. We are going to that final day, and I will deliver you if you need me to. And we needed him to. In times, in places, we needed him to. But even better, it rests our 11, including Di Battista now, who joins that mix, as Gahey is injured. But, yeah, Waller, Bertarello, Reynolds, and Smith, they're all fully called up now. They're going to stay with the first team squad to the end of the season. The reserves, I don't care. I need bodies. I need bench players. We need options. So they're all up. It's a giant squad. It's all going to throw the dynamics into the mix a little bit. I understand that, but we have to go and do that because we don't have enough like fully fit people to not do it. And I'm just gonna give everyone the day. Just give everyone the day. I'll go for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. So he might be back for City. He might be benched for Liverpool, but he might be back for City. Win the title, lift the title. Beautiful. Champions League final, he might be back. It's going to be tight. Brighton, again, doing bits. Yeah. Like heavy rotation. Smash PSG. Play as strong a team as I can against Liverpool. And then we are just, again, full sending, I think, for the last 2 games. And trying to manage fitness and tiredness, and games are coming thick and fast at the end of the season. I get that. I can't help that. I can't do anything about that. But what I can do is pick my team and pick it in a way that I understand and that I like. I don't like Di Battista back there, but I've got no option. Yeah, we do literally have no option at this point. As nuts as that is, we are at that point. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I don't know if you can tell I'm not that confident, and I'm really nervous. I think you can. Oh yeah, one new development. Al Hilal have joined the conversation, and they have targeted Mamadashvili. So we're gonna have to fend that one off too. Or the other option is to sell him for a big price, and then dump pretty much our entire budget next season on the best possible goalkeeper we can. Not sure if they're going to be better than Georgie or not. If we win the Champions League, got to think our reputation would be at that point, but yeah, I don't know. I don't want to click continue, so I've just got to do it. I've just got to do it because I don't want to. We shouldn't be in this position. All this is bonus. Nothing. This is not expected. We joked about it. We're in the mix. Mendes, Pacho, Vitinha in for Bentancur. Asensio back in. Kvaratskhelia, who was the guy who tormented us. He's probably going to come off the bench and torment us late on, I guess. Ramos back in over Muani. Not bad, though. Still not bad. And Bisek is fit enough for the bench, so he's coming back. Ooh. I like my team if I have Gay in it. We have to win our home games. Make me proud. Go get it done. Champions League semi-final, second leg at home to PSG. That's us. That's our subs. 2-2 after the first leg. The enemy are there. Stick a flick in Donnarumma and put a couple past him while you can. Teams are coming out. And this is going to be a nervous, tense affair. I'm not going to enjoy this one. Unless we're up by 3. I just don't think we're going to shake the nerves. A little encourage to kick us off. Tempted to go up from cautious, but when I do that, it's sometimes pretty bad. Elliot, Evan Ferguson, I just thought maybe Harvey, Diamande, Kobe, Frimpong, Diamande, Shabozlai to Frimpong, get it across. Nuno Mendes. Obrigado. Dankeschön. Squelchen da. He's not pleased. No. I messed it up. I didn't even get round to French. Nah, all Portuguese. Never mind. 12 minutes in. Is a goal. It's still nervy. We are at home. We can control the game. We can do some bits. They're dangerous. We haven't even had a shot. And we're winning. I'm happy to kill the game. Can let this one fizzle out. That's absolutely fine. Hernandez booked at the back. That's never a bad thing. Not for us. And yeah, that's the halftime. Ooh, that's the halftime whistle. And yeah, they've been poor. We've been poor. We had a nice little triangle, which ended up with Frimpong trying to cut in and probably have a shot rather than cross it, which I wanted him to do. But then does come off Nuno Mendes and deflect in. Oh, Corby. Got faith. I've got faith in you. Encourage the team again. Corby. Right. Am I good with the mentality? Maybe. Ferguson to Frimpong. Didn't find the overlap. Mainu does. Frimpong. So Bosley in a good position. Ball across. Lamine Yamal. It's two. Ooh, we're not there yet. We are not there yet. But again, dirty Dom Bosley just involved in some great work down this flank. And he just plays quick. He gets the ball. He plays it out. He doesn't mess. He doesn't wait. Doesn't dwell. Puts his head up. And he gets it out. They're going to have to come at us. So staying on cautious would be probably the best thing to do. It looks like the highlights we're not seeing are kind of going our way too. We're a little bit nervous at the back. I don't love that. I really don't love that. I don't want to make changes. I feel like I should, but I'm actually not going to. If they were to sit back and try and counter me, they can. Varasheli's on. Oh, okay. Okay, 80 minutes. 80 minutes. Frimpong, thank you. Well done, Canelli. Go do me a job. Carbone off. Stevie, go get me the rest of this game, please. Dom, phenomenal. Thank you. I love you. You've done everything I could have asked today. Take a rest, Harvey. Good shift. Got him done. Time to let Cam have a run. And Evan a bit quiet today, but it's fine. You can have a day off. You've been phenomenal this season. And Makoko is a boy that likes to play. Corby's protected with a couple of runners either side of him. And we got fit legs down the flanks. I trust you, boys. I trust you. See this one out. 5 changes. 1 up top, 2 wide mids, 2 fullbacks. PSG came. They threw a lot of shots at us so far. This is their only highlight. Don't overplay this. Okay. Humphreys. Nice. Play it. No. Bad ball, but Humphreys. Yes. Lamal. Rego. Come, Humphreys. Cometh the time. Cometh the Cam. What is going on? We give it up. He gets it back. And the defensive midfielder runs on past, slots past Donnarumma, a 90th minute heartbreaker. Oh my God. And again, he gets the interception. Don't overplay it. Ooh. Yamal. Oh. But on cautious, by the way. This is just the boys feeling themselves, that ain't me. What a win. What a win! A terrible first half. Mendes gets us the goal we need. Zabozlai doing some work all throughout that first hour. And he's rewarded with a lovely assist for Yamal just to finish. And then Cam Humphreys, 92nd minute. And you know what? The two massive injuries, 4 months and 5 months. Yamal and Humphreys. And it's those two with those goals that have got us into the Champions League final. I don't know how. But it's there. It is there. I am gobsmacked. I am gobsmacked. How is this player? 17 balance, 16 stamina. That's all he's got above a 15. He's got two stats. One at 16, one at 17. He's got a few 15. He's very well rounded. He's very decent. He's a good all-round player. He's a good Premier League player. He's at his peak at age 23. But like, you don't look at him and you think like goal scorer or key goal scorer. But 9.5 million on the back of winning the championship. He comes in and does decent, a little bit of spot work, nice. Last season, 10 and 10, and just surprises me. And this season, huge injury, still 7 and 6. His best average rating, he would have far eclipsed last season's number. Like, he just... You don't look at this and see these goals. But they're there. Somewhere, they're there. Possibly the pivotal signing for us, as well as just good goalkeepers in general and some good goal scorers along the way. But like Cam, moving from the Championship to the Premiership, I think was the key. And then he had a fantastic second season in the Premier League, which elevated us. And even though he started dropping out of the team, he's been just such a nuisance for oppositions off the bench, or when we need to rotate him in, he just gets the business done. It's no wonder my assistant loves him and tries to kick Kobe Mainu, who he paid 95 million for, out the team. But there's so much more potential. I just want to keep developing and get him to be the better player. But Cam is fighting tooth and nail. And even Rhaego, as much as we love Rhaego, Cam's the option to go to. We love Palfrey. Cam's the option to go to. We love Murphy. Cam's the option to go to. And he does it again. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, take a boo. Cameron Humphreys. Best 10 million I've spent in this save. Liverpool at home. Hope Chelsea get a result. If not, hope West Ham get a result in between the games. Maybe win the title, steal it at the Etihad. And then maybe break Man City hearts a second time. Or, as I say, stop the three-peat for Real Madrid in Barcelona's house. Joked about it. We put it out there. We said Champions League Season 4. We weren't serious. It shouldn't have been an option. Season 3 Premier League title shouldn't have been an option, but by God did they want to give it to us badly. We almost took it with 77 points. The season we're fighting, we're probably not going to get it. But we joked and we said Champions League Season 4. And all that stands in our way, all that stands in our way is the two-time defending champions going for that three-peat at the Camp Nou a la Madrid. And I've seen better versions of Madrid than this. But also, let's be 100% truthful and honest and realistic, unbiased and fair. I prefer our goalkeeper. I prefer our attackers. Mainly strikers. Yes, they got Vinicius Jr. I don't love him as a striker. Yes, they got Mbappe. He's Mbappe. Prefer our 4 or 5 options to what they've got, like, at striker. Attacking midfield, defensive midfield, fullback, centre back. Yeah, they're better than us and kind of in certain positions scarily so. 100%. 100%. But I think you can get at them. I think you can worry them. The fact that they're paying 2 attacking centre mids doesn't really scare me because my centre backs and my defensive midfielders will pretty much sit on these 3 and kind of man mark them. That's fine. They can't double up outside because they don't have wingers. They've just got wide midfielders. So my fullbacks are kind of sitting on those, which kind of leaves me 3-on-2 Valverde, Camavinga versus Szoboszlai, Elliott, and Mainu as my main 3. That'll be a fun little battle. And then it's Militao, Rudiger up against Yamal and Ferguson, hopefully. And in this case, it would be Vivian, kind of that spare man they've got at the back. But I'll take Yamal against anybody 1-on-2. I'll take Ferguson against anybody 1-on-2. I'd rather them have the extra man there than in midfield. How their attacking midfield works and whether they draw the fullbacks in and overlap to the outside and kind of exploit that space, that might be how we get brutalized. It might just be individual brilliance. That's very possible. But there's a chance. There is a chance. And if you believe, let me know, comment section down below. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and come back in the next one as we wrap up this crazy season. As I say, we might be fighting City for the title and then stopping the three-peat for Madrid is our main goal this season. And, yeah, I mean, what suggest season 5 goals too. Because the only things I can think of is, in real life, we won the Carabao Cup, the League Cup, so we've won that. We've won the Championship. We've won the Premier League. And if we go on to win the Champions League, of course, we win the Champions League. We haven't won the FA Cup, so that becomes kind of a goal for season 5. But if you've won the Champions League and maybe even the Premier League as well, and you do that kind of double, are you then just looking at like a quadruple? Is that now just your default level? Become the best club in the world and go for the quadruple? Let me know, comment section down below who you would see that. It feels nuts for 5 seasons, including the first season being in the Championship, for us to set a goal of quadruple. League Cup, FA Cup, Premier League, and Champions League. But I kind of understand if we're being as dumb with our objectives as we have been, and somehow meeting them, That's kind of that next logical step, right? And it does include the FA Cup. But let me know kind of what you think about that. And predictions for the title. We get Liverpool at home. Man City travel to Chelsea. Then Man City travel to West Ham. And then they're at home for us. And that's the title picture. That's it. Gonna be so interesting there. And predictions, yeah, Real Madrid. I'm sure most of you would think they're gonna beat us. I'm sure you would have thought that about PSG. I did. Liverpool. I thought we had a shot, but I thought they'd overpower us. Arsenal too, and to be fair, they've probably been the team that's taken the most points off us, with 2 wins, 2 draws, and 2 losses in 6 this season against Arsenal, I believe. So, yeah, they've probably done the best. They've probably got the best record against us, except Man City, who smashed it at home. Now we've got to go to their gaff on the final day with the league title potentially on the line. So, yeah. But let me know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe. Check out the other playlists available. Let me know what the hell is going on, because I don't understand. Just, with all the injuries, with everything going on, how we're just getting over the line bit by bit by bit, and we're just holding it together enough to get into these final 3 games where history couldn't be made. So, I'll see you next time for the fun and games, Man City, the title picture, the wrap-up, maybe a live com, if we're actually involved, if that last game of the season means anything. That'll be a live com, and then we will just go straight into the Champions League live com after it. Or if not, we'll kind of explore the title picture, see where it fell apart, and then go to Real Madrid for that final and our actual goal of the year to win the Champions League. Set dumb goals, win dumb prizes. One of those dumb prizes might just be the Champions League. Oh my God, what the hell is going on? But I'll see you then. Until then, take care of yourself, stay safe, all the very best. I wish you all the luck in the world. And I dare you just to set those outrageous goals and see just what you can do. Don't play it safe. Go for the throat and make yourselves great. That's what it's all about. That's FM. It's overreaching and somehow delivering. Until the game decides to screw you. But hey, sometimes it's not able to. So go and put your best foot forward. I'll see you next time, though. Take care, y'all. And I'm going to go for a lie down. This is wiping me out.